Welcome back, everyone, to Missions 101. Today we had a new update to the game, and in that update, they included a new deed, Everslade, a mountain of missions, Tier 1. Obviously, that means that there is also a Tier 2 at least, and I think there is also a Tier 3. And in there, you get 2000 virtue for at least for completing Tier 1 and some war marks. To complete this deed, I need to finish out 20 missions. I've got 8 of them done because I've just finished up the dailies for today. These dailies also had another consequence, and that is that I just finished the next reputation level. So I think I'm now Uzkus. Well, I guess I'll find out when I speak with Glowing here. Hello there.
For your proven heroism, I grant you the rank of Uzkaz of the Gabila Ka.
I trust that you'll continue this fine work until this war is won. I have another important mission to you. Of course you do. Ozma scouts have learned of a hobgoblin operation deep in the Grey Mountains. I will allow her to fill you in on the details. Good luck. Yes, I'm sure whatever it is going to involve explosives, right? Yeah, I'm sure it does because she seems to love explosives.
Here for the hobgoblins. This is what I have learned so far.
We have discovered a hidden cave entrance in the Grey Mountains on the eastern slopes of Thurnfall. The scouts report hobgoblin and orc activity inside, but they could not get close enough to see what they were up to. Something about swarms of vicious worms. Well, what else is new? They could, however, hear the sound of digging or mining, and while I don't know what those orcs are up to, I agree that it warrants investigation. Oh, yes, we are going to need to investigate this most surely. So, what, I'm going in there with Horn instead of with Ozma? Alright.
Well, it seems perfectly obvious to me what those Drake-loving hobgoblins are up to.
Horn seems to have another idea on this. I overheard your conversation. It seems perfectly obviously what those Drake-loving hobgoblins are up to. Digging east towards Winterstith can only mean one thing. They're trying to dig their way into the anvil. We can't allow them to free Hremo Frostheart or the rest of our Frost Horde. I don't know about you, but I think we have enough to deal with right now without the addition of a ferocious elder dragon. Okay, I will agree with that. Let's go clear out that cave before it's too late. Yes, you heard me. I'm going with you. Alrighty then. Let's see what we got here. Oh, of course, the twist is going to be Hremel's Chosen. What else would it be in this case? Deep in the Grey Mountains, the hobgoblins launch a plot to free their mistress. This mission is to investigate Akulagam with Horn. Alright, let's go. We have arrived, and I will presume that, yes, there is our summoning horn. Oh, what have we got here? Frostbound hobgoblins. I suppose that's no huge surprise.
I must be honest, friend. After our failed assault on the anvil, I am eager to be avenged upon the Frost Horde and their lackeys for the attack on Scarhall.
I had a feeling of that. And most of all, we must do everything we can to prevent Hremil from being released. If she attacked our army during the battle, it would be catastrophic. He pauses as he lost his own thoughts. You can tell his experience from the anvil still weighs heavily upon him. He notices you're staring at him and becomes flustered. Do not think that I'm a coward, Pine Seed. I am more than willing to face that dragon again, and one day we'll have to end her reign over these mountains for good. I just don't want that day to be today. Come on, let's get to work. So we need to defeat 10 hobgoblins and find the leader of the hobgoblins. What? No
Keep
explosion.
digging. No rest until our mistress is free.
Well, I guess that sort of seals what they're up to if the hobgoblin goes and says it straight away. Alright, so it looks like we are also going to have to kill some orcs along the way. There is no kill requirement concerning the orcs, so I suppose that if you have a deed to kill orcs, it'll be fine. Not that... Oh yes, that's where I came from. This is... Right? Oh, looks like that's gonna make things a little bit more challenging. That's the summoning horn. There's gotta be... Oh! Maybe I could make the proper turn and everything will be fine. Yes! I certainly don't know this place like the back of my hand. Let's see. So we need 10 hobgoblins. And probably a few orcs along the way, simply because we have to kill orcs. And besides, maybe I'll at least help to work on my class deeds, because I think I still have a few of them that I still need to get completed. I should check on that at some point. And see how I'm doing on those. Probably better than most of my level 20 characters, seeing how... Seeing how I've had this Tortoise Stone on here constantly doing these missions where I am working on these deeds. And of course, logging in every day, that helps a great deal since I've logged in every day on this character, getting pretty close to 2 weeks now. And even before we count that, if you count the time I was getting this character up to level 20 so that I could start on missions, it maybe even is 2 weeks. There you go. But looks like we've got most of the hobgoblins down. Now we've got only 3 more left. And look at this. Not a single explosive yet set off. Now, if Ozma were here, I'm sure she would have had us blowing up something by now. Most likely the tunnel. Because this doesn't look like a tunnel that's going to be easily... Oopsie daisy. That could be easily shut down on there. Alright, so that takes care of the minimum number of hobgoblins I have to kill, though I still need to find the leader. I suspect that the leader's going to be 3rd level down. That sounds like a good possibility. So I could bypass those. There you go. One more of you. So it looks like I'm going to have to kill a few hobgoblins. So they throw in a minimum number of hobgoblins that you've got to kill. And it is the case where you're going to have to hunt down extra hobgoblins when you say, what? I only found 8. Where are the last 2? Sounds like you're going to be hard-pressed to find the leader without doing it, unless you are going out of your way to avoid the fights. Let's see here. Now, I'm assuming that... Oh, we must be getting near the end if we're starting to run into Drakelings. Yeah. Definitely. I hope this doesn't mean that Hrimil is about to come through. Not that Hrimil is likely to fit in this place. I mean, this doesn't exactly look like a viable place for a full-grown dragon uh, to live. All right, let's see. We got that orc laborer. We've got. Let's see if we can figure out which direction is which. Looks like I haven't seen any sign of these yet. Whoops. Did I see that Drakeling spit out fire? Probably not. That'd be so misplaced in this area. Besides, it could melt the tunnel. That looked like fire to me. Aha! Something's really, really, really tricky around here. Sounds like to me that they crossbred these code Drakelings with smog, right? Let's. Oh, well, 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 well. Interesting. Well, Geronimo. A door of ice blocks your path deeper into the cave. Well, I don't mind if there's a door of ice. Of course, that is depending on whether. Oh,
This door is no natural thing.
I have seen this door before. Those hobgoblins are summoning an unearthly cold with their dark magics to block our path. We will have to defeat them to progress any further. Oh. So we need to kill the frost callers. Alright, well, I can do that, I hope. Frost callers! What do you call the frost? Yeah. Reminds me of that dungeon in Foirhalet in the epic storyline where you are following the Anglerman. You have to get the. See, what is it that they have? You have to get these torches in order to melt the way. So they have something similar going on in there. So I presume that there is going to be another one of these. Aha, yeah, there's the frost collar right over there. Good. Look at this. We're gonna do this entire. Well, I better not say yeah, because it could still be at the end. There could still be explosives, despite Alsman not being here. Or
Why
maybe
does
she
the
comes
warlord
running.
not just kill him? He plots against us. Warlord Talbuk allows his puppet to live, to keep the orcs in line. You see the way they look at us, the way they spurn the gifts of the Frostheart? Warlord is cunning. We are few, and they are many. The orcs would rise up against us if the son of Borg did not command them. When the mistress is freed and the dwarves slaughtered, Gorgar will no longer be of use to us.
Well, how about that? So, the hobgoblins are planning to betray the leader of the orcs. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got 2 frost callers, and Thalgadar the Slaughterer, and a Cold Drake. Well, this is going to be quite a battle. I'd say we start with the frost callers. They should have a lower amount of morale. Oh, and even better, I thought for a moment that I'll be having to fight. I thought I would have to fight all of four at once, but it looks like it's not going to be quite that bad. Alright, how about we kill this slaughterer? I think I'm going to wait for the ambush to be ready, because they seem to be content to wait for us to start the battle. I guess they're so engrossed in conversation they haven't noticed that their two frost callers are dead. Ah! No, 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 no. There you go.
Intruders! You will not stop us!
Are you sure about that?
We will never allow you to free the dragon. For Scarhold!
Whoops. The Might of Premil. Frost damage every 3 seconds. Okay, I was always wondering what that particular twist did. I suppose that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Ah, well then. It looks like we managed to do it.
This uncanny cold. We were just in time. I swear I can almost hear that cursed dragon on the other side of this wall.
If we're done, let's go, Pine Seed. I have no desire to stand here freezing. Well, you are right on that. Let's go. So it appears that the hobgoblins have absolutely no loyalty to Gorgar or his orcs. Most interesting. Maybe we could find some way to exploit that.
Oh, that place had an unnatural chill. Just like the anvil. They must have been close to their goal.
And I am quite glad to be back indoors. It is good that we arrived when we did, or they might have succeeded in releasing the dragon. I will make sure some scouts are posted near the entrance of that cave, in case some hobgoblins get the bright idea to try to resume their operation. But to be honest, I have a feeling deep in my bones that we fight the inevitable. You have best ready to fight her when the time comes, Pine Seed. I know I will be. Oh, goody. But I suppose that'll be another day. I know Ozma will have the perfect solution for slowing down the operations. Just blow up the tunnel. I'm pretty sure that would be her opinion on the matter.
Is everything all right? Horan looks deathly serious.
Aye. Having such a powerful foe so near concerns me as well. Dragons and other evils slumbering in unknown places deep in the mountains have long caused anxiety for the Longbeards. I am almost ashamed that none of my clan could have joined Horan on the expedition into the Anvil, but our soldiers had not yet come to Scarhold, and we had only just recovered Dory from the clutches of the drakes. What good would a few old dwarves have done storming onto the den of an elder dragon? Horan has proven he is one of the bravest among us for rushing to stop Karazgar's plot with so few on his side. We must carry on as dwarves have done for centuries, keep our eyes on our goal, and take your battles one at a time. I'll speak with Prince Durin about the ways of defeating the dragon once and for all, but first, we have a war to win. Oh yes, we have a war to win. With my latest promotion, it means that now I can have access to some more items.
Hail, friend.
In fact, now we have cosmetic weapons and housing decorations. For housing decorations, we have a couple of music themes. So if I wish to change the music in my house, I could look into those. The other possibility are some cosmetic weapons. Now, I'm a warden, which means that the only ones I could really use are the spear and the javelin. Technically, I could use a dagger, but you can't use a cosmetic dagger when you're carrying a spear because they're incompatible. So here's the spear. There you go. Now how does that compare to the current spear? Oh, the current spear has a head on it that looks a little bit overly large. So I actually like this spear. What about the javelin? Alright, there's the... Well, the javelin is going through my shield, which is a bit of a problem, but it looks... It matches with the spear. Now, the current javelin is also doing, and that just looks like a stick. So I think I will get a cosmetic version of each of those and use that for my outfit. Let's head on to that so I can have a better looking. Alright, see, that's the javelin. And that's the spear. Actually, I think I just changed my equipment. My javelin. I need to get a real javelin. My current javelin is a level 5 rusted javelin, which is really, really, really pathetically bad. And I think the other thing I need to do is to actually slot these in the proper locations, because otherwise I may have a great deal of trouble in combat using cosmetic gear. There you go, much better. Ah, now I look like a proper warrior. And that concludes today's lesson, where we saw the next step along the road. And I believe there's only one more level of reputation that's left, so perhaps that will be it, or perhaps the storyline goes a little bit further past that. We'll have to find that out in the future when I have the next level of reputation in there. And on top of that, there's the question of, I guess, how many tiers of this new deed that I have. I think it's 3 or 4. And then we have to start worrying about other levels, because I do have other characters that could also be doing missions, and we can see how they work. Because on level 20, yeah. It looks like the Nazgul have arrived, unfortunately, so I think it's time for us to go. So let's dismiss class, and until then, this is Polyneedles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.